Today we're going to be talking with our transitional housing team, as well as a unique gift that's made possible by one of our longtime donors. So Aubrey, why don't we start with you if you can, for those who don't know, what is the transitional housing program?
CVIC's Transitional Housing Program is a free, voluntary program that supports survivors of domestic and sexual assault find safe, stable housing throughout Grand Forks and Nelson County. We work with survivors every step of the way, from finding available options to viewing those options, assisting with the application processes and any fees that go with that, speaking with landlords, helping with the move-in process, and then once they're all moved in and housed, that's where we continue our case management for up to 24 months with rental and utility assistance.
So how do they get connected, and then how long are they with us in this program?
So the best way to get connected and learn more about the program is by meeting with an advocate, either at our main office or over the phone, to learn more about the program and availability. And survivors are usually with us for up to 24 months. Some do move out a little bit earlier if they're ready to move forward independently, or maybe they've secured more long-term housing options. It really allows survivors to move away from unsafe situations and begin focusing on what's important to them in a safe, stable home.
Yeah, that's terrific. And Grace, you work with a variety of clients, a lot of different needs, a lot of different partners. Do you have some instances where we were able to meet a specific need? Thanks not only to this program, but to the partners' assistance?
Yeah, collaboration with community partners is essential in meeting a wide variety of client needs that we see in the transitional housing program. One of the strongest examples we have of this is our work with local landlords. We have regular communication with landlords to find housing options for clients, as well as advocating for clients throughout the entire housing process. We have partners that go above and beyond in multiple ways, whether that be being flexible in meeting clients for housing tours, meeting clients early to get paperwork filled out, as well as making sure clients get their keys as soon as possible for their unit. We've also had partners help get reasonable accommodations and modifications done to the unit to make sure that clients' specific needs are being met, as well as having clients feel safe in their housing unit. And this is important because it lowers barriers for clients, but it also ensures that clients get access to safe housing quickly and successfully.
I love that we think about all the things that we might take for granted, when you're making that transition. And Courtney, this has been so fun for us because I think we're on our third year now of the program, where you've been able to provide us a unique gift in the form of an actual apartment that's been gifted to one of our clients every year. Can you tell us a little bit more, like how it all began?
Yeah, so it all began actually after a Rise and Shine for Peace breakfast. A business partner, my husband, and myself were sitting around the table afterwards, just kind of brainstorming different ways we could give back to CVIC that would be helpful outside of our monetary donations. And we've been developing and managing multi-housing in the Grand Forks community since 1992, and had just recently completed a project that we thought would be a really good fit for this transitional housing program. Just knowing the ownership group and those folks, we knew they would be agreeable, they'd be happy to be a part of the program. And so that's really where the idea was born. And then we just started meeting with the team at CVIC, came up with a game plan, and I think within a few months they'd housed their first client.
It's been so special. I think you and Kevin have been giving for a couple of decades now, maybe longer, to CVIC, but you're also a member of our Dreammaker Society, which for us is very special because that's a donor who commits to a multi-year gift for a minimum of $1,000 for at least 5 years. So tell me a little bit about why it's important to you why you give to CVIC.
Sure. We originally became involved with CVIC. My husband was asked to guide them through a remodel project after the flood of 1997. Yeah, so that's really when the relationship began. It's been near and dear to our hearts. I think many people can say that they have been impacted directly or indirectly somehow by domestic violence, and that's certainly true for us, and know how impactful your work would have been for our loved ones had they had that resource. That is a big reason why we give, and just the tremendous job that CVIC does. They go above and beyond for victims in this community, and I just can't think of a more dedicated group in Grand Forks. It's really a no-brainer for us, our decision to give, so, to CVIC.
Well, we really appreciate your support, and especially you're also a volunteer on our board, so you're kind of stuck with me once a month, which has been a tremendous gift as well. So, Aubrey and Grace, what are some of the other ways the community can become a part of the program?
One of the most important ways that the community can partner with us or support clients or the transitional housing program is through flexibility and understanding through the rental process. A lot of the survivors that we're working with have poor credit, limited rental history, or even landlord references that aren't the best. But one thing that's important to remember is that that doesn't always reflect truly who that person is. We have to remember that sometimes those situations are really out of their control. It might be even stemming from financial abuse or tactics that their abuser used, such as isolation from friends or family, that might result in not having the ability to have a co-signer or other supports to help them through that rental process.
This is one of the programs that I just think is such a critical piece of our work, and to have one of our partners here as well is just really special. So thank you for everything you do to help our clients in these transitions.
Thank you for all you do.